Good afternoon, everyone. It is 1:30. Um, I am exhausted. I feel terrible, and I am ill, which is a great combination of things. And I should explain why. That's why I'm here. So, as you know, I'm diabetic. It's a fact. Um, I do not naturally produce insulin, which is the chemical needed to break down sugar in the bloodstream. Because of this, I need to inject insulin myself, and I need to be very careful with how much I inject to prevent going too low or staying too high for too long. And what's been happening recently is because of how complicated my life has been, it has completely slipped my mind to be injecting at the right times. I haven't been doing it. And because of that, my sugars have been too high for too long. Now, this causes a process called ketosis, and specifically, in my case, diabetic ketoacidosis. What this does, effectively, it's when sugars are too high, your body starts to naturally try and reject them. So you will be thirstier, you want to try and drink more water, and you will urinate more. And the reason you do that is because you're effectively trying to push the sugar out through the urine, which is a really smart way of doing it. The issue is it's not that effective. So that's kind of, I guess, stage one. Stage two is when you start to produce ketones. Ketones are dangerous. What ketones do is effectively it's concentrated sugar in the blood, I believe. I might be slightly wrong on all this. When I learned all this, I was in the hospital. I was completely out of it, having been extremely high for far too long. For reference, your blood sugar is supposed to be between about 4 and 7. That's considered the normal range. Anything over 10 is considered high. When I went into the hospital, I measured out. I think it was 29.2. But that's not the important number. The important number at the time actually was ketones. That's supposed to be between about 0.2 and 0.8. Mine were at 5 something. So yeah, realistically, I should not be alive at this point because of that, and I'm amazed I still am. So that's cool, I guess. But besides the point, stage 2 of DKA or ketosis is when those ketones are produced and they start to break down body fat and things like that to carry the sugar out through the urine. That will then lead you to lose weight. I believe that's about where I am right now. Then stage 3, the most dangerous part, that's when your ketones are starting to then break down other things like muscle mass. When that starts to happen, you will be losing a lot of body weight. Like at peak, I think I lost about a kilo a day, which is very dangerous. It's very bad for you. And that is effectively just the ketones just breaking down everything they can get their hands on to carry as much sugar out of the blood as possible. So simultaneously, you've got high blood sugar, which is already bad for you because that will then overstimulate, is the right word, overstimulate your cells, which can then lead to fatigue and things like that. It can lead to like brain fog. If you get high blood sugar in your brain, it can really affect the way you think. For me, that's already bad enough, so I don't need it to be any worse. It can affect like how awake you are, your energy levels, all that kind of stuff. So it affects the production of ATP, which is the purest form of energy. And then again, you also start to lose weight, you lose body fat, you lose all that kind of stuff. Now, at the time, I wasn't overly mad because I was a bit bulked up, I was a bit heavier, a little bit fluffy. So bringing down the body fat wasn't exactly a bad thing. The thing that confused me was I was eating about 5,500 calories a day. And I was drinking about 5.5 liters of water a day. And I was still thirsty a lot of the time. And I was still hungry. And it just confused me. Because I was eating so much food, like way beyond probably about double my maintenance, and I was still losing weight. And that was kind of the giveaway. When I kind of dropped to 59 kilos, that was the point where in fact, not me, Fran was like, yeah, no, that's not. And she made me call the doctor. I ended up in hospital. And here we are now. Been through the process. I've got the souvenirs to prove it. That's besides the point. What's happening now? What is happening now? So what's happening now is A lot of things have been all over the place. There's been issues with literally everything. Like I moved out of this flat for a little while and lived with my sister for a bit, and then moved back in. And there's been all sorts of disruption there. There's been issues with my car, which we've issued the place that sold it to me with basically a court order because it is not good enough. That car is terrible, and I was not told any of that at the time. But that's beside, again, I'm getting distracted. Good lord. Yeah, as of right now, I have not been injecting my insulin when I should do. So my blood sugar has been too high for too long. So again, those ketones are starting to creep up. I haven't actually tested them, so I only have one ketone strip left. I don't want to use it, but I'm going to have to, I think. I'll do that later. But as they're going up, again, I'm starting to lose body fat, so I'm getting nice and lean, but I'm not gaining weight. I'm eating in a calorie surplus. I know that. I don't know how much, because I don't track calories, but I know it's in a surplus. I know I'm eating a good amount of protein, so I know I'm gaining muscle mass. But I'm still losing weight. Or I'm less losing weight, I'm more just not gaining it. I feel horrible all the time, and I'm exhausted. That's why, like, today I woke up at 9 when my alarm went off, because we woke up like 1:30 yesterday. But I actually got up only at like 11, because I was just so tired. I couldn't. Thankfully, I have nothing to do today. Tomorrow is a different story. I have uni in the morning. But yeah, so it's been a bit of a roller coaster recently, and especially with, like, the issue with my finger, which I now pretty much sorted. Turns out actually it was just a stretched ligament and a hairline crack in the bone, which caused a bit of internal bruising. Really not that big of a deal. So that's all dealt with now. Getting back into the gym, did deadlifts yesterday with Fran, did 150 for a single because I couldn't be bothered to do any more. Bench the other day, got up to 100, which is okay. I'm theoretically supposed to be peaking this week, but because I took a couple weeks out, I'm not going to. I'm going to peak next week, see what happens with that. But yeah, it's having an effect on my lifting, which is the worst time. It's the worst time because in 1 month and 4 days, I'm competing. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be absolutely laser focused on that blood sugar to try and bring it down. Because like my average blood sugar over the past week or so has been like 15. It should be below 10. It should be below 7. Like 10 is like a pipe dream. That's like, yeah. Either way, it's bad, and I need to work on it a lot. So we're going to do that. But yeah, what's most important is that I do it in this absolutely fantastic Tourniquet Activewear Shadow T-shirt that I have not ironed, so I don't own. This thing is somewhat commemorative of, I guess, the second drop being out for a while. It's entirely handmade, and it's really literally as high quality as I could get. It fits really nicely. This is actually a large because I mistakenly bought the wrong neck for one of the orders I had. But yeah, you can get it in a range of sizes. It'll be on the website as of right. Given the time of filming, it'll be in about half an hour or so, because I haven't actually put it up yet. But it will be out by the time you're seeing this. But anyway, back to what's important, which is this: the Tourniquet Activewear round neck T-shirt with the black and white logo on the front. I love this thing. I think the logo looks absolutely fantastic. It's really nice and low key, and will fit in with any outfit you want it to, no matter the occasion. And that is not to be outdone by this, the Tourniquet TQ Fit cut-off hoodie. This thing's fantastic. I really like the way it looks. It's really comfortable. We're getting just the last little bit of sun here in the UK, so we can just get those arms out and get yourself looking amazing, getting every single goal you could ever dream of. Available for as much time as you want at the Tourniquet website, which we linked in the description. Right. Enough of that. I have completely forgotten what I was going to say. It actually took me like 10 minutes to do, so my brain has gone elsewhere. But yeah, training is going to be a little all over the place. My blood work is certainly all over the place. I don't really think there's much else I can say right now, other than I'm going to keep pushing through all of this. I'm going to keep on with like the random shitty memes I post on my Instagram story, and occasionally some stuff about lifting every now and then. So I guess, yeah, follow me there, follow me here. go buy my clothes and help me be able to afford to pay rent next month. This month. It will be nice. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, cool. That's I have nothing else. Bye.